Tape, always with the tape. Oh, it says expect on the box. What should I expect? And discover a headphones. Cool. That's kind of what you'd hope. I like the orange trim on this. We're going to make a nice, balanced cable for these that matches once we've changed the socket. So that's going to be good. So I'm hoping these come apart the same as those ones there. Let's see if we can get into them. So essentially you need this grill on the side here, twisted lefty-loosey. And to get that out, do I have an appropriate tool? Let's see, you need something pointy. Okay, so I'm going to try and just put this in one of the holes. That's it, just apply a bit of pressure, twist, and that should come away without damaging it. And underneath we have some Phillips screws. Looks like these ones have been a bit chewed out, so possibly AKG's screwing in machine is a bit overzealous, or maybe they're using cheesy screws. I don't know. But let's get that off. One screw. Two screw. Then this is all kind of clipped in, if I remember correctly. You have to kind of jimmy it up in some way. Come on. There we go. See, I just applied a bit of pressure to the bottom of the socket and it clipped out. Unclip it from there. So then inside we can see the wiring for the driver. So it comes from the 3-pin socket here, and you've got left positive, and then the left negative is connected to the headband and to the driver. And they actually use the metal of the headband to carry the signal over to the right driver, which is quite unusual. So in theory we should be able to do our mod just by removing this part here and then clipping on the new one. So that will basically go on there. Looks sexy in black and aluminium. Kind of stealthy, but you know, if you know what you're looking for, you'll just about see it. Cool. I think that's probably as far as we should go down here. Let's go up to the workshop and desolder this properly and get this apart. But yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see inside. Right, cool. So we have the side off here, and I haven't actually tried fitting one of these yet, but I think I've designed it, so it's pretty easy. So we will see at this point how easy it is. Be prepared for me to make the odd mistake. But I'm going to start by desoldering the wires off the back of this 3-pin socket that's already there. So I'm just going to get a bit of fresh solder on my soldering iron. Apply a little bit of tension to the wire so it pops off. Remove those 3. Okay, so that's the old socket removed. So in here we have yellow wire, which is going to be left plus, white wire, which is going to be minus, and red wire, which is going to go over the headband and be the right plus. And what we want to do is, I suspect, yeah, so if you can see you've got 2 wires soldered to this, 2 ground wires. If we remove the ground wire that's going to this left driver from the headband, we should be able to solder that straight onto a 4-pin socket, which would be really nice. Oh, both have come off. There, well. These are the brakes. Let's just solder this one back on. Okay, so now we have our 4 wires. We have our 4-pin socket here. And what I've done is I've designed it so that this is on a separate little sled that will pop into there, which should make soldering it all in a bit easier. And then you just have to glue that in place when you're done, but it will make the soldering a lot easier. So on a 4-pin mini XLR for balanced, we normally go left plus, left minus, right plus, right minus. So left plus is going to go to pin 1. Pin 2 is going to be left minus. So the white wire that's coming off the back of the driver. Hold on, I'm going to need a bit of help holding this. Oh, just prop it up on here. To be honest, I probably should have done pin 4 first because it's in the middle and the hardest to get to. Yeah, I'll do pin 4 next. Pin 4 right minus, so it's the one that goes through the headband. Nice. And then back to pin 3, which is the red one. Try not to get them too tangled. Right, so that's now 4-pin socket soldered on using the original wires. Pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, hi, it's Jason here. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps us out. More subscribers, more good. I think we're up to about 4,000 now, so it's still quite small, but 4,000 pretty great people. And yeah, if you're a pretty great person, you should subscribe too. Then this part goes on meow. And yeah, these two bits at the top, you have to clip over the headband parts. So just press those firmly into place. And then this should all just kind of press into place and go click, which it has done. Then you take your two original screws, stick those in the screw holes. Then this should go on. I don't know if it's going to turn all the way around. You might have to modify it slightly, shave off a little bit of plastic to get it to go perfectly straight. But it's straight enough. Twist. That's it, so that's that on there, and then basically just apply a bit of glue onto this sled, slide it into place, top all your wires in obviously, just tuck that in. Yeah, so then you just glue that in there. It's got a little ring so it can't move around too much once it's in, and yeah. That's it, balanced. That's not bad, is it? It's only like 10 minutes, no extra wires needed. Happy days. So if you've got any questions, stick them in the thing and I'll happily answer them. We'll have this up for sale on our website. We've got the 3D printed version, which is going to be a bit cheaper. These aluminium parts were unusually expensive to get made. It's quite a complex part. Very expensive. I doubt we're ever going to make the money. I think we're going to sell like 600 of these to make the money back, so I don't think we're going to make the money back, but yeah, no, it's an interesting project, and obviously if you could buy 600 of these, that'd be totally awesome. So I'm going to go and make a cable for this now.
Listen. Now let's try to have some fun.
So there you go, so now we have some balanced K712. The operation wasn't that hard. The cable took longer, if I'm honest, than making the thing, but it's a sexy cable. I don't know if you noticed, but I put a little orange ring on the Nutric jack. You can buy these from Nutric. I remember being quite surprised about how expensive they were, but it's worth it. Look, awesome. Yeah, so I hope that was vaguely interesting, and I'll stick some links to where you can buy these parts if you fancy doing it yourself. And as I said, we'll do a send-in service, so there'll probably be a link to that as well. And also, if you want this particular pair of headphones, what we made for the video, I'll be selling those off as well, because we've got to get the money back somehow. Yeah, so I'll stick a link to those as well once we've got those up for sale. With this mod, it's pretty easy. As you saw, you don't need any extra bits and bobs. It's just a pretty straightforward wiring job. A little bit of glue to hold it all together. But yeah, I think it looks kind of nice with the metal parts on there. If a lot of people have requested that we do a mirrored version so that you can do dual entry, use like an Odyssey style cable, but making them from aluminium turned out to be very, very expensive and time consuming. So we'll just do one-sided. But if you want a 3D printed mirrored one, we could do that. You know, 3D print the mirrored version, that's not too bad. It's just the 3D printed parts don't look quite as sexy as the aluminium ones. But there you go. So it's been super awesome hanging out. It's always exciting when you make a new product and it arrives and it's all made and you've done it about right and it fits. Does everything that you want. Yeah, because it's not just a part, not just designing the part, it's designing the whole process, the little slidey in jack and that kind of stuff. Just trying to make it as easy as possible for people to fit. So anyway, it's been great hanging out. As I said, like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Peace out, one love, watch you now.